What's good? It's your boy Fanon. All right, Devin Haney. Gotta like it, man. Gotta like what this young man's trying to do by becoming the youngest promoter in boxing history when he was awarded a promotional license by the state of California. Gotta love it. The kid is 19 years old and already has his mind on, trying to do big things. And I like it. And I want to commend him. But at the same time, when you take chances and out there and you put yourself out there and try to accomplish big things, there's always a chance that you could lose focus on what it is that you're doing now. And while I'm really happy for Devin Haney, because I think that is, looking to take advantage of what you have and starting a business in an area that you have expertise in and daring to be great, I think is a really great thing. At the same time, Devin Haney is a 19-year-old fighter, and he has a lot that he has to learn within his current job, that being a fighter. So that's going to be the subject of this video. And but before I do that, let me thank you again, subscribers, for watching the video. Also, to the people who are not subscribed, thank you for tuning in, and I would hope that you'd accept my invitation to subscribe to the channel. Hit the subscribe button and the bell icon, and you can be notified of when we release more videos. Also, I want to say thank you to everybody that attends the live streams and that donates to the super chat, and also to everybody that watches the videos because I put ads in them, and I know sometimes that can be frustrating when it breaks out of a point, but that's how we donate. We generate the revenue for the channel and support the cause that the channel was established to support. So I want to thank you with all of that. So let me get into the details of this. I'm sure many of you guys heard it, but then, just give that little bit of warning. I'm not trying to hate on the young man by any stretch of the imagination, but being young and doing things young is a good thing, but doing them well, no matter what stage of life that you're in, is more important. So let me go through the facts of it. Here's the quote from Devin Haney. Getting approved for my promoter's license in California is something I envisioned since I turned professional, said an elated Devin Haney, who now lives in Las Vegas. Devin Haney Promotions will start doing shows on a modest scale that will eventually lead to mega events. I already have a couple young, hungry prospects on my roster and will be looking to sign other talented fighters as we march forward. I plan to showcase some of the best fighters in boxing. We'll have some big news that will be announced soon. With the partnerships my dad and I have garnered, Devin Haney Promotions will be taking boxing to a whole new level. I couldn't do this without the help of my dad and the team he's assembled around me. Together, we're going to the top. All I can say is the future is bright for Devin Haney Promotions, stated William Haney, who has been guiding his son's career since he made his pro debut at age 17. Things are about to take off for everyone on the team, and boxing in California will be on the rise. That, my friend, is a beautiful thing. And there's a lot of things that was said in this statement. As a guy that I've been around business, been in business for a long time, longer than I will admit. We have started many businesses, and some have done very, very well. Some of them haven't done as well. And one of the things that I've noticed in dealing with young people that start businesses, and actually it's not just young people business, it's older people, but just people in general, is when people have the ability to hire smart people, and allow those smart people to do their job, they tend to be more successful than if they decide that they are going to make every decision in the business, and that the people that work for them are really supposed to execute and act on the decisions that they make. And the word is delegation of responsibility, or the phrase is delegation of responsibility. And one of the things that I like in this statement that he makes is that when he talks about his father and the team of people that they put around him, I think that is critical to the success of people in business. And I also liked how he said that they were going to start with small shows and then move to bigger shows. And I think that is the best approach that the guy can take, because in business, you're going to continually learn. And if you put on one small show, I think it's Richard Schaefer that talked about the one time that he lost money in a boxing match. And I can't remember what the name of the fight was that he said he lost money in, but I believe it was his first or second fight, or his first or second promotional event that he put on. And then he learned from that, and then he moved on. But if you look at why Golden Boy Promotions was successful and why Golden Boy Promotions fell off, at least from the outside looking in, I believe it had a lot to do with, one, they knew how to find good boxers, because they had Oscar De La Hoya is a Hall of Fame boxer. Shane Mosley is a Hall of Fame level boxer. Bernard Hopkins is a Hall of Fame level fighter. So they know their task. They know when they can recognize young talent and somebody that's going to have the ability to win a championship. So they were able to sign a lot of very, very good fighters. They also had a good business manager in Richard Schaefer. Richard Schaefer, if you listen to Richard Schaefer talk about boxing and talk about the dollars and cents of it, there's a very good article on, or not article, it was an interview that was done by Fred of Barbershop Conversations, where he spoke with Richard Schaefer. I have it in my liked videos. I don't think I make my liked videos public, but I have it in my liked videos, and it was something I listened to. I might have listened to that interview 15, 20 times. Just the section where Richard Schaefer was talking, I just listened to it, hit replay, listen to it again, because he talked about the different categories of revenue and the different considerations that he takes into play and the negotiations that he thinks are important when setting up a pay-per-view event, or when setting up a fighter, when negotiating with a venue. You could just hear that this cat, not only in his financial background that he had, but now his experience that he's had for several years working specifically in the boxing arena, or the boxing arena, the boxing field of work, however you want to phrase that, really gives this guy an awesome insight into and management ability into the financial aspects of boxing, which you do not get being a boxer. You get that being an MBA, being an investment banker, being somebody that's used to looking at numbers, used to developing algorithms that can predict how what do you call an algorithm, or a model? Pricing models, that's probably a better term. Developing financial models that can predict the outcome of fights based on a certain number of criteria. Those type of guys. Because that's what they do. They do the money. And when you have a guy that is that knows fights, that can predict how, like, very, very good matchmakers, very good and the fighters have good managers. Managers should be separated from a promoter, but we'll just leave that for a different conversation. It's those type of things that will make businesses successful, whether it is you're opening a hot dog stand, whether you're doing a, HVAC business, or you're doing an IT business, or you're running a law firm, or you're doing boxing promotional outfit. Those type of things are consistent throughout any type of business venture. So It's good to hear Devin Haney talk about that. The only worry that I would have with Devin Haney in this is that Devin Haney also keeps his head centered, because now at 19 years old, he's got a difficult, not impossible, but a difficult balancing act that he has to have. He's got to focus on improving himself as a boxer, because he's got guys like Teofimo Lopez out there, right? He's got guys like Gervonta Davis if they wind up matching up. If he winds up at 140 pounds later in his career, he's got guys like Josh Taylor out there, Regis Porgray out there. And these guys aren't starting necessarily, that I know of, starting promotional companies. They're focusing in the gym. They're gym rats. So it's going to be tough for him to be both a businessman and a gym rat. But the way that he'll be able to do that is by successfully delegating responsibility, but at the same time, understanding what the key performance metrics are that he has his eyes on, that he knows that are important, and staying in touch with those. And then having auditors that will audit the people that he trusts that are around him. You know, the saying, trust, then verify. Trust, then verify. And then the auditors, audit the auditors. So you have the people that are doing the business, especially the people that are touching the money. You audit them and change them on a regular basis. If you have a financial guy, somebody that's responsible for your bank accounts and writing checks, you got to change him every once in a while. And then after you change him, audit him, then no matter what he's doing over a period of time, then you got to change him, audit him, and then audit the auditors if you have enough money to do that. But, you know, it is what it is. But I'm very happy for Devin Haney. I'm happy that he has this type of foresight in his career, and I wish these guys the absolute best of luck. Same thing for Errol Smith Jr. and Man Down Promotions. Same thing for Lions Only Promotions with the Charlos. You know, and all these guys, man, it's a beautiful thing, especially if they're promoting themselves. Hey, you know, I think it's a great thing, because why not? You know what I mean? And with that, I'm out. Peace.